Welcome back to Morsels and Motors. Today we're going to be looking at this 2008 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. So this car belongs to my friend Jim, who bought it when he was in Tennessee in America a couple of years ago. When he was back in the States in December, he went to pick the car up from his friend who'd been looking after it in order to take it to the docks. And I'll let Jim tell you the story from that point.
Yep, we're just picking up the cars this morning. We've got the Honda, we've got the police car. We're heading to NYC docks to get the car shipped to Liverpool. Yeah.
So, the story of Unit 21. A couple of years ago I was in Nashville and I needed a car. And it was a Sunday afternoon and there was very slim pickings. There was a Ford Explorer All-Track, which is like a pickup truck version of the Explorer. And then there was this ex-police car, and the owner was called Cody Duggar. He said he wanted to meet at an abandoned gas station about half an hour outside Nashville in the dark, and he also let us know that he'd be packing a gun. Strangely enough, he was actually okay when we got there, and some money was exchanged, and we actually got the car.
So, car's dropped off at the docks now, so we just have to wait on it being picked up. Oh, and it's still rolling forward. Park would be a good idea. There's a really expensive Cadillac in front of me. Anyway, going to get picked up. Should be in Liverpool by the end of the month. So, some fun anyway. Talk to you all later. Bye. Good morning from Wales. It's 7 a.m. and we have to go collect a police car from Liverpool. Three trains, a bus, and a lot of walking. We are at Liverpool docks, so we're ready to go collect the car now. It's fun. Well lads, we have a police car. It has arrived. Oh no, there, that one. Well, that was painful.
Welcome to Hudson and McGill garages.
Any problem, done, dirt cheap?
Any problem, just move to the next cylinder. Well, I don't even know where to begin. Welcome to the Morsels and Motors police car, or sheriff's car. This is the first time I've driven it because we're driving it to its MOT, possibly. So we have a problem with the engine, in that we have an engine management light on and we've used a fault code reader which detects a misfire on cylinder number 5. So I have swapped the coil packs from 5 and 6, so we will see if the fault moves or stays where it is. Okay. Foot on the brake. At the moment, fault code's gone, but it may come back. Who knows? Good lord, this feels gigantic. I've also entirely the wrong seating position, and the wing mirrors and the thingy mirror are all in the wrong place as well. The good news is we seem to have fixed our fault code. It's a very nice noise. I was expecting it to be kind of more throaty, like a V6 I've driven before, but this is really kind of smooth. It's like silk or butter, just sort of gliding. Well, apart from the rest of the car, which is rattly as fuck. I can't say that.
Tick 2.
It's not a subtle car, is it? just jimmying a new fog light switch in.
Why do we have to jimmy a new fog light switch in?
Because it failed the MOT on the smallest of small things, which is that it didn't have a light up or a telltale for the rear fog light switch. So we have been to the motor parts store and we have purchased a switch that has an LED in it, and we are now just splicing it in. And in a moment that will hopefully light up. Bear with whilst I finish the wiring. Off, on, off,
On, off.
I don't know how to turn this car around on my driveway, which is not like tiny by any stretch of the imagination, but this car is gigantic.
How many cars do you have on your driveway right now?
I don't know. Seven?
You have 7 cars, if you don't include this one.
If I don't include this one. Okay. I have to be careful there's no bull bar on the back. I'm probably miles away from my house, but I feel like I'm going to demolish it. I'm going to wait till I get the bump, I feel. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Evil bastard. Okay, we turned it around. We are now driving to the MOT Take 2 for a retest, because we have now fixed the one item that the car failed its MOT on. Which is quite exciting. I cannot believe that there's only one thing that this car failed its MOT on, given that it's an American car that's never been MOT'd before, and the regulations in America are so different to the regulations here, or to some extent anyway. So there's had to be lots of jiggery pokeries happen to this car to get it to be British compatible. We've had to fit a fog light at the rear, we've had to change the rear light clusters to ones that had orange indicators and not red, that flash with just the tail lamp flashing like the ones in America. We put side indicator repeaters on the front wings, and we've had to tilt the lights so that they point left rather than dazzling people coming from the right. And yeah, the only thing that we slightly cocked up on was we hadn't realised that we had to have a little light on the fog light switch itself inside the car. So the other piece of news since a few minutes ago is last night we snuck into the garage where the car was waiting for its MOT with the new coil pack that Jim managed to source, and fitted it surreptitiously, just in case the garage felt they were being shortchanged and diddled. So that got fitted, which meant that there was definitely no chance of an engine warning light coming up on the dashboard for the MOT, which is number one good news. And then the number two good news is that it actually now really drives nicely, because it was really quite juddery, especially if you were accelerating uphill. It was like really misfiring and quite juddery and unpleasant. Now it is silky smooth at all speeds, so I'm really excited to take it down the dual carriageway slip road and really give it a bit of a flooring in a minute. Use up about 8 tons of fuel with my 4.6 litres, but I don't really care because it makes such a lovely noise. Okay, so we're about to turn on to the A14 so I can unleash all 250 horsey powers that this 4.6 litre V8 Ford engine has to offer. Oh, a corner. Bloody hell. Has it done one of these before, a corner? Right, off we go. Floor it. Oh, it's not that fast to be honest, but it makes a lovely noise. Whee! And we're at 70. Yay! I also have no idea how most of this car works because I've literally not played with it. It arrived late on Tuesday night. Wednesday morning we took it for its MOT, and this afternoon we picked it up for the MOT to fix it and now bringing it back. So I spent no time with this car whatsoever to understand how on earth anything works. But I'm operating the lights and the wipers, so it's not that bad. I feel very American, although I kind of feel like the only people who would drive this car, apart from a policeman or a taxi driver, is a really old lady who just has an ancient great big saloon or sedan, driving to the shops with her 4.6 litres. They don't have speed bumps like this in America. It's a very softly sprung car, but these evil little points, they look like something Madonna would have worn in 1992. They're not the kind of thing that a Ford Crown Victoria would want to go over. Right, we are now pulling into the garage again for MOT retest. Well, that was easy. Whilst I was parking up, the MOT tester was parking up next to me, and I just said, look, here's my switch, and he said, let me see it working, and I showed him working, and he said, great, I'm just going to fill out the paperwork. So that was the quickest MOT retest I've ever done. Fantastic.
There you go, sir.
Thank you very much. You're a very good man. Pass with defects. Need to do something about a brake hose, but that's very minor. We can sort that some other time, or leave it for now. What this does mean, though, is that we can register it. So we're going to go home and fill out our DVLA form and send them that and this and the American title and some money, and then hopefully in a few weeks' time we will get a UK registration document back for the car. Yay!